Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to our channel. In today's video we are going to have a look at two pretty insane Citizen dive watches that I borrowed from relojeriaesparza.com. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before, and to be honest, I haven't really seen many people sharing photos of these two beasts on social media either, so I think you may actually find them interesting. These models retail for almost 600 euro in Spain, but you can get them for significantly less than that, as relojeriaesparza.com, who is a Citizen authorized dealer and a very good friend of the channel, has promised to give you a generous discount if you contact them prior to purchasing from my behalf. I don't know how much exactly that would be, but I guess it will bring the price down for you to under 500 euro, which is a great deal for a proper tool watch that you can rely on while diving. Right, let's start with this one. You can see the model reference number written at the top left corner. It belongs to the Aqualand series, just like the other model I'll be showing you later on. The first thing that really got my attention when I first saw this watch, guys, was that it's big, it's heavy, and it's clearly built with the mere purpose of diving. Obviously, this doesn't mean that you need to be a diver to get it or to wear it, but if you are, you'll definitely appreciate it much more. Here you can see it on my 17 centimeters or 6.7 inch wrist, and I have to admit that I'm very much surprised by the overall comfort and wearability of this piece. I mean, yes, it is big, it looks and it wears true to its 50mm case, but it is wearable and more comfortable than some of my smaller G-Shocks, which is impressive. And as you're probably guessing, the build quality is great, the case feels very solid and quite a bit of metal has been used here. Just like most other Citizen dive watches, this one is also 200 meters ISO 6425 certified. Then the crystal is made of sapphire and you do get AR coating on the inner side. The next thing you really need to have a look at is the band. It is without a doubt the thickest resin band I've ever seen. The quality is also fantastic, it's flexible enough, and it really feels nice to the touch. Then check out the buckle, guys. This is some serious piece of hardware, and it is completely milled out, as you can see. Basically, you can be sure that once you strap this Aqualand to the wrist, it will stay there. Now, let's mention the functionality real quick. This model counts with a built-in depth gauge, just like the green Aqualand I showed you last week. And it also has an auto dive mode, which basically means that when the watch gets into contact with water, it will automatically turn the dive mode on. In addition, there is also a chronograph function for measuring intervals of up to 50 minutes, and it can be operated with the screw down pushers on the right side of the case. And finally, there is a date window at 3 o'clock. All in all, guys, it's a very interesting piece, but so is this one that I'm going to show you next. It's actually quite similar when it comes to the specs and the build quality. I believe it's the predecessor of the Aqualand we just saw, and once again it's a watch that's meant for some serious diving. And guys, this one is even bigger. I mean, it's huge. This is by far the biggest watch I've ever handled. The case diameter is almost 53mm and the thickness measures 18.5. At 177 grams, it's also quite heavy for a watch that doesn't come on a bracelet, but despite its dimensions, it doesn't look ridiculously big on my wrist, which I remind you is just 17 centimeters in circumference. It's also quite comfortable, but I wouldn't recommend it to anyone with smaller wrist than mine, as it will literally look like you've strapped a tuna can to your wrist. However, if you plan to use it for its intended purpose, then I guess it doesn't really matter, as you would be wearing it over the sleeve of your diving suit. When it comes to the features that this model has, it is identical to the green Aqualand from my last video. In fact, it has exactly the same module, the J250, so you do get a depth meter, an auto dive mode and a rapid ascent alarm, as well as a power reserve indicator and a date complication. That being said, if you want these features, but the dimensions of these two models put you off, then definitely check my previous video, guys. However, if you want a bulletproof beast that will attract everyone's attention, then one of these two could perfectly fill that empty spot in your collection. That's the end of today's video, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm very new to Citizen watches, so feel free to share your opinion about the brand and about these two models in the comments below. Take care, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.